ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्तगोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। Okay, we'll chant from number 76. Tayor virodhoyam. तयोर्विरोधोऽयमुपाधिकल्पितः
तयोर्विरोधोऽयमुपाधिकल्पितः
न वास्तवः कश्चिदुपाधिरेषः।
न वास्तवः कश्चित् उपाधिरेषः
ईशस्य माया महदादिकारणम्
ईशस्य माया महदादिकारणम्
जीवस्य कार्यं शृणु पञ्चकोशाः।
जीवस्य कार्यं शृणु पञ्चकोशाः
एतावुपाधि परजीवयोस्तयोः
एतावुपाधि परजीवयोस्तयोः
सम्यङ् निरासे न परो न जीवः।
सम्यङ् निरासेन परो न जीवः
राज्यं नरेन्द्रस्य भटस्य खेटकः।
राज्यं नरेन्द्रस्य भटस्य केटसः
तयोरपोहे न भटो न राजा।
तयोरपोहेन भटो न राजा
ततस्तु तौ लक्षणया सुलक्ष्यौ
ततस्तु तौ लक्षणया सुलक्ष्यौ
तयोरखण्डैकरसत्त्वसिद्धये
तयोरखण्डैकरसत्त्वसिद्धये
नालं जहत्या न तथा जहत्या।
नालं जहत्या न तथा जहत्या
किन्तु भयार्थात्मिकयैव भाव्यम्
किन्तु भयार्थात्मिकयैव भाव्यम्
सदेव दत्तोऽयमितिह चैकता।
तदेव दत्तोऽयमितिह चैकता
विरुद्धधर्मांशमपास्य कथ्यते।
विरुद्धधर्मां क्षमपास्य कथ्यते
यथा तथा तत्त्वमसीति वाक्ये
यथा तथा तत्त्वमसीति वाक्ये
विरुद्धधर्मानुभयत्र हित्वा
विरुद्धधर्मान् उभयत्र हित्वा
संलक्ष्य चिन्मात्रतया सदात्मनोः
संलक्ष्य चिन्मात्रतया सदात्मनोः
अखण्डभावः परिचीयते बुधैः।
अखण्डभावपरिचीयते बुधैः
evaṃ mahāvākyaśatena kathyate.
एवं महावाक्यशतेन कथ्यते
brahmātmanoraikyamakhaṇḍabhāvaḥ.
ब्रह्मात्मनोरैक्यमखण्डभावः.
Okay. So in the last 2-3 shlokas, in fact, starting from shloka number 74, Tattvam Padabhyam, Bhagavan Shankaracharya is indicating that now having understood Tat, having understood Tvam as Jiva and Ishvara, now we have to understand the Mahāvākyam, which is not my Mahāvākyam, but it is the Mahāvākyam that appears in Chandogya Upanishad. It is called Tattvamasi. And that Bhagavan Shankaracharya is explained. How can Tat be Tvam? Is an equation that we cannot even guess in our wildest dreams, has ended up being the Mahāvākyam in our Shastra. Correct? And so, he is talking about Upadhi. He's saying Upadhi is like the clothing. And if you put all the clothing and all the roles, then no two roles are equal. No two entities are equal with the roles, with the Upadhis. And so he talked about that 75th shloka from Vachyartha, which is the literal meaning of a given word. You have to go towards the Lakshyartha. Lakshyartha is the implied meaning of the word. Like that, he introduced that idea in shloka number 75. And then 77, na bhato na raja. He's giving the example of a soldier and a king. Soldier and a king, very, 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 very big difference is there. There is no connection between the lives of the two people. Okay, one person is living on the battlefield, and in the heights we don't know POK, what kind of height it is, we don't know, above sea level. And Raja is not living at that kind of a height. So it's a total difference is there. But then he says, this is how we are conditioned. We are all conditioned. Even though all these roles are very important, father role is important, mother role is important, son, daughter, everything is important. But we have forgotten that it is a role played by somebody. We don't know who the somebody is, but that somebody is playing that role. And if you have taken the role as literal and forgotten that somebody who's playing that role, so you have to, that's why I keep saying Vedanta is the study of Vedanta is constant deconditioning. Correct? Constant deconditioning. Because the truth is given, and you can't produce the truth also. And if you can't produce the truth, you can only remove the avaranam. That avaranam is called conditioning. Okay? So, that deconditioning process is what we are undergoing. So then he says, then he talks about Jahal Lakshanam and Ajahal Lakshanam, which are the two things that are typically being operated by us in our day-to-day life itself. Day-to-day life. I like that phrase, day-to-day life. Why you can't life if you say you can't, not enough, is it? Day-to-day life we have to say, is it? Day to day means, I think, from getting up in the morning onwards, every second is included in this day to day. That is the meaning. Means nothing special. Every day, our life is a combination of decades, which is a combination of years, which is a combination of months, which is a combination of weeks, which is a combination of days, which is a combination of minutes and seconds, I suppose. So that is day to day. So that Jahal Lakshanam, Ajahal Lakshanam we saw. I hope it's just technical words, but it's very easy. Get me 2 cups. Get me a cup. If you say, you don't get an empty cup to somebody. That is called Jahal Lakshanam. And get me water. If you say, you don't bring a water hose and give him water like this. That is called Ajahal Lakshanam. Okay, and so he says we have to apply this Jahal Lakshanam and Ajahal Lakshanam for Ishvara and Jiva. This is what we saw. Okay, Kintu Ubhayarthatmika Yeva Bhavyam. Both Jahal and Ajahal have to be applied. If you apply Jahat alone, then Ishvara will be gone completely, Jiva will be gone completely. We need them to be there because two entities are being equated here. And so, let them be there. But some parts have to be removed. So that some parts have to be removed means a Jahal Lakshanam is to be followed. And some parts have to be retained. What part has to be retained? The Satyam part has to be retained. What has to be given up? The Mithya part has to be given up. Okay, or Upadhi part has to be given up. Okay, that's the idea. We saw all that. And in 79, Bhagavan Shankaracharya is giving an example. Sadeva Dattoyam. Like that he's giving an example. Just like you're able to say, oh my God, that is you. And that is exactly, that is the way we have to apply it here. Like that he says. So now, he is saying, saṃlakṣya cinmātratayā sadātmanaurakhaṇḍabhāvaḥ paricīyate budhaiḥ. So this is how budhaiḥ, vivekibhihi, vidvadbhihi, means this is how people who have that viveka, they will quickly get to this point. They will get quickly is not the point. They will get to this point. Vivekibhihi, the book itself is called Vivekachoodamani. So once you get a hang of it, then you have to, it is just automatic. And what is automatic? This process. Previously also, when we understood it, but without knowing I'm applying Jahal Lakshanam and all that. So here, because the teaching is systematic, teaching is born of a particular understanding, particular analysis, and that analysis involves this Jahal Ajahal Lakshanam, also called Bhagatyaga Lakshanam. Okay. So, he's saying, look at this. Sadātmanaurakhaṇḍabhāvaḥ saṃlakṣya. That is the main sentence. Saṃlakṣya is the verb. Saṃlakṣya. And paricīyate is the other verb here. Two verbs are there in the first half. Paricīyate. Okay. Paricīyate means paricīyate means understood, grasped, got it, get it. Okay, getting it. That is called paricīyate. Chi is chaine, to pick up, to collect. That is literal meaning of chi, dhatu, collect, pick up the pieces, And so, putting together all the things that are said, ko nama bandhaha, katamesha agataha, all that is there, right? So, putting together all those things, because this is a systematic teaching, Bhagavan Shankaracharya has written it. And so, now the final thing is coming. And so, paricīyate, being put together, being understood, being grasped, passive voice, being grasped. Being grasped by who? Budhaiḥ. Budhaiḥ. Vivekibhi. Literal meaning of Budhaiḥ is panditaihi, by panditas, by wise people. Jnanibhi, by jnanis. Okay, so the question is, he's saying by jnanis, this is understood. This lakshyartha is understood. Jiveshwara Aikyam is understood. All right. So do you become a jnani after understanding this? Or do you have to be a jnani in order to understand this? Okay. How do you say that? So this is a classic style of talking here in our shastram. So Paramarthanandaji makes a different statement. He's saying, look at this. Budhaiḥ saṃlakṣya. Saṃlakṣya means this properly having gone from vachyartha to lakshyartha. Don't get some funny ideas that I'm going to get merged with Ishvara and all that. I'm going to travel all the way to some loka and then merge with somebody else. Hey, it's not like that. That is what is saṃlakṣya. Hey, this lakshyartham svikritya. Hey, giving up the vachyartha, carefully taking the lakshyartha, understanding that the lakshyartha is really not giving up. It is not giving up whole thing and all, you can't say. It is really giving up the upadhi. It is giving up the silent Ishvara. It is giving up all the activity of Ishvara, and then Ishvara is there. Without any activity, without any title, without any, I am a Srishtikarta, I am a Srishti Karta, I am a Laya Karta, Sthiti Karta, and all that. No, all that not there. So, na bhato, na raja, like that he had said earlier. So, like that. So that process carefully done. Saṃlakṣya, samyak lakshya, lakshyartham svikritya. Exactly like we do it in our day-to-day life. We do it all the time. And sadātmanaurakhaṇḍabhāvaḥ. Sadātmanaurakhaṇḍabhāvaḥ. So that must be Ishvara, Jiveshwarayoho. Jiveshwarayoho. He's calling it as sadātmanoho. Sadatma, Satyam, Atma. Both are Satyam, both are Atma. Sadatmanoho. Now he's switching. He's not saying Jiveshwarayoho. He's now come to Sadatmanoho. Both of whom the Satyam of Ishvara is Atma, the Satyam of Jiva also is Atma only. Or to put it differently, if you take Atma is the essence, Swarupa, Sat Swarupa Yoho, the Swarupa of Jiva is Satyam. The Swarupa of Ishvara is also Satyam. If you take away all the Upadhi, what will be left? That what is left is called Sat. Sadatma. So their Atma means Swarupaha. Jiva and Ishvara, whose Swarupa, whose essence is Sat, Satyam. Trikalepi abaditam. Trikalepi tishtati iti Satyam we saw. That which is there in all three periods of time. So Sadatmanoho saṃlakṣya. Akhaṇḍabhāvaḥ saṃlakṣya. So we'll come to this Akhaṇḍabhāvaḥ. Swamiji is saying, Paramarthananda, the student, Budhaiḥ, Sannyasibihi, he says, by sannyasis. What is the meaning of by sannyasis? Means, when I enter the class, at least during the class, I must be a sannyasi. That's what he's saying. That means what? At least during the class, I must say yes. Yes, this is true. This is how it has to be. After the class, what happens? Leave it aside. But at least during the 1 hour, Swamiji says, I am with it. I am with the Shastram. I am with the teaching. Swamiji, I'm not sure. As I was reading Swamiji's notes, uh, see, Swamiji was saying, somebody must have told him, Swamiji, you are talking a little slowly. Because he says that. Means what? Means I can't handle this kind of slow speed. It's talking slowly. Shankaracharya said that there are two types of lakshanams, and then there is something called jahal lakshanam, then ajahal lakshanam. Both of them do not work with Jiveshwara Aikyam. Suppose I talk like this, how will it be? Already I'm talking very fast. So I don't know. Yesterday my father was listening to my talks, and so I was walking by and I was listening there, and I said, could be a bit slower, I thought, but what to do? I can't change my speed just like that. It's just coming out, and whatever comes out is what it is. But Swamiji, somebody told him, it seems. And so he took off. He's saying, that's why many people listen to my recording. Why? Because you can put it in 1.25 speed and listen. And you can forward all this Shanti Mantra, Badran Karne, Vishrunayama. Who cares for all these things? Channo Mitra Shambar, and slowly it's going on and on. And I don't have to listen to all these things. Zzz, fast, duck. Then, yesterday, last class, we covered like that. He's talking good. This is what I want. All this Shanti Mantra and all. Waste of time. Purnamadaha, stop there. That's it over. Like that, he's saying. And he's saying, look, the fact is there. Our problem is we don't have time for all these things. And instead of, this is the only chance you have to slow yourself down. Okay, I'm just rephrasing. I'm not saying exactly what Swamiji said. And so, you speed up everything, and then, okay, now Jiveshwar Aikyam is over. Next what? Swamiji, what is the next topic? What? What are you talking about? Yeah, so many more shlokas are there. What is the next thing? This is how we have become. Everything fast, we have to finish off. Like that, he is talking. Somebody must have told him, I think. And so the 1 hour, 15-minute talk, you can finish it off in 45 minutes. Don't attend the class. You are just wasting time by attending the slow moving class. Okay. And for anything that you understood, fast forward also. Jahal Lakshanam, fast forward. Because you understood Jahal Lakshanam. Why you listen to it again and again and again? Not needed. So that way you can finish it in half an hour itself. And so he says, look, Shravana Kali api, this time, sanyasya, sarvam sanyasya. He's saying, forget all these family problems, this problem, work problem, and knee problem, arthritis problem. So many problems are there. And this is not going to go at all. Even Vedanta cannot remove any of those problems. So at least during class, just enjoy it and be with it and surrender to our rishis and what all they've done, how they lived and how they thought about all this, how they're writing all this. And God alone knows how anybody can develop this kind of system. It can't be developed. It is just there. So that's the idea Swamiji is giving. When I saw this, I said, long ago, even I used to do it. I used to do it forwards because I see some Sanskrit classes and all I was taking, and I missed 1 or 2 classes. Vyoma, this Saumya was teaching, Shiksha she was teaching, and a 1.5 hour class. And I was enjoying the classes I was doing every Saturday morning. One Saturday morning, I couldn't attend. And then I tried to listen to it. I didn't have time to listen to it. Then I got some time, and now what? Just half an hour time is there. I have to listen 1.5 hours worth. Can I do it? Yeah, you can do it. You can just chop off stuff. You just don't introduction, welcome, and all this. Just remove it off. Who wants? I don't want you to welcome me and all that. So gone. I forward it. Forward. That time I did not know this 1.5 speed trick and all that, and so I was I did not take advantage of that. So now Swamiji is saying all these things. I don't have time to attend dhyanam, do dhyanam, at least during this time. At least during this time. Okay. Just close the eyes and just listen. Like that, Swamiji was advising. That is saṃlakṣya. During the saṃlakṣya, this is what he was explaining. So, there is a lesson there for all of us. And so Swamiji is saying, Shravanam itself we are speeding up. And then we have to talk about Mananam. After that, we have to talk about Nididhyasanam. Where is the room for all these things? So, yeah, we have to grow into this. We have to grow into this. And so we have to develop that inner leisure periodically as we go through this. So there are a lot of benefits for attending a class like this. So that's fine. I think we understood the point. So here, and so at one point, Swamiji also says, hey, this Shravanam itself is Nididhyasanam. Don't think after this I have something else to do. Hey, Nididhyasanam is also happening. Mananam is also happening because the teacher should be asking questions and answering the questions. And so Mananam is happening. Oh, that's a good question. I didn't think of that. Satsang is there. Mananam is Satsang is all Mananam only. A question is being asked means what? Mananam. It's all Mananam, not Shravanam. And Yajnavalkya, he's quoting Yajnavalkya's mantra, talking to Maitreyi. Yajnavalkya is teaching Maitreyi. And he says, Vyachikshanasya nididhyasasva, like that. Means, as I am teaching, you do nididhyasanam. Like that, Yajnavalkya is telling Maitreyi. You don't have to sit in a corner and all that. This is it. Like that he's talking about. So, saṃlakṣya. sadātmanaurakhaṇḍabhāvaḥ. Saṃlakṣya. A Jiveshwara Aikyam we keep talking about. People translate it as merger of Ishvara and Jiva. Merger. Merger, you know what merging is, right? Two things, there are two separate things are there, they merge. Only if there are there have to be two separate things, then they can merge. They can merge. Who said Jiva and Ishvara are separate to begin with? And so only two separate things you can talk about merging, hooking up together, etc. You can talk about joining, stitching together. All this you can say. But here, Aikyam, so that you do not mistake this to be some kind of a merging, some kind of a travel, the merging preceded by a travel. I travel. Thank God for all the punya I did, and then I will merge with Ishvara. Correct? This is the whole world thinks of this like this only. So, in order to stop us from thinking that, Swamiji says he's using the word akhaṇḍabhāvaḥ. And that word comes 2 times in this shloka. First half it is there, second half also it is there. Akhaṇḍabhāvaḥ. Akhaṇḍabhāvaḥ. Bhavaha comes from the bhu dhatu, to be. To be. Bhu, bhavati. So, the being is akhanda. The truth is akhanda. What is akhanda? This vastu paricheda shunyaha. Absence of any type of paricheda is called akhanda. Khanda means what? A fragment, a division. Bipartite, tripartite, quadripartite, whatever. Any division. The minute you utter a word, you are dividing. Already divided. Any word. If I say book, immediately you understand bookness, and you know what I'm referring to. Book. What about which book? Bhagavatam book. Oh, Bhagavatam book. Okay. Which language? Tamil, Sanskritam, whatever language. So I'm just now dividing, binding. I'm just putting boundary. I'm creating a boundary. Finiteness. I'm making it finite, then more finite, then more finite by giving more and more adjectives. And so that is called parichedaha in Sanskrit. Parichedaha, division, binding. This one, creating a boundary, making it more finite, giving it more attributes. But here, akhanda bhavaha, khanda shunyaha, paricheda shunyaha. What types of paricheda you know? Desha paricheda is there, kala paricheda is there, vastu paricheda is there. If you have forgotten what it is, desha paricheda, divided by space, divided in space. These things are here. Those other things like tree and stones and this buildings and this and others are there. And planets are there. And space is going on and on and on. So space divides everything. Division. In space there is division. Location differentiation is called Desha Parichedaha. Kala Parichedaha. Time just differentiates things also. Even if you say same location, I am in the same location. In the last 30 minutes, I've been in the same location. But is there any paricheda? Desha parichedaha nasti. There is no space limitation, space differentiation. Then what is differentiation? Time, kalaha. I am not the same person I was 30 minutes ago. I have aged by 30 minutes. My age is different. And body also has changed in the process. Okay. So, body got more excited maybe. Because starting to talk about a subject we love. So, we all got, not just me, you also. So, if you're awake, that is what I mean. And if you're not awake also, it's a change only. Kala paricheda only. But you won't know, you won't be listening to what I'm saying. Later on, if the guy gets a chance to listen to the recording, I slept off for half an hour, what happened? Then you will understand this. So, Desha parichedaha, Kala parichedaha, Vastu parichedaha also you know. Vastu parichedaha, attributes of a thing. Everything is different. Just by nature, book is different from tree, even though from the tree the book came, which is different from the bird, the peacock that is calling us right now. Everything is different. The computer is different from all those things. Water is different from all those things. So like that, Vastu Parichedaha is there. So that Paricheda Shunyatvam is referred to by Akhanda Bhavaha. And if it is Akhanda Bhavaha, it has to be all pervasive. And so when it is all pervasive, because there's no division, there's nothing to say it is finite. If to say something is finite, you must tell me some attribute, some size, something you have to tell me. It's all not there. And therefore, where is the question of merging? Where is the question of Jiva merging with Ishvara? Any merging is possible only when you keep the upadhis along. I am a Jiva and after death I will travel. Okay. Shastram talks about travel. So traveling. Sukshma Shariram and Karana Shariram are traveling. Somewhere they travel. And Shastram says you can go to any loka, etc. is there. Yeah, travel. Travel karo. But this travel is an endless travel, correct? Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. And that is what I want to stop. And therefore, we have to get to the bottom of it. And so that bottom is what is this saṃlakṣya. Saṃlakṣya, properly done cognitively. It's all happening in the mind. As somebody said in the other class, Guruji, it's all an intellectual exercise. Yeah, it's an intellectual exercise. Why it is intellectual? Because the problem also is intellectual. Confusion is intellectual. Confusion, where is confusion? Please tell me. Show me confusion somewhere. It is not there. Only here it is there, confusion. So if confusion is also an intellectual problem, the solution to an intellectual problem has to be intellectual only. If I take the rope to be a snake, that is here only, not out there. So here only the problem has to be solved. And so, yes, thank God, it's all intellectual. Vedanta is too intellectual and dry. Anyway, I don't want to get there. So that will take us away from this shloka, right? It's something for you to think about. Somebody tells you like that. Somebody, see, you love Vedanta, and somebody tells you something. Now you have some ammunition to talk. You have to think, how will I respond to that statement? Vedanta is too dry. You must be able to think through that process. All right. Anyway, so akhanda budhaiḥ paricīyate. Or put it differently, saṃlakṣya, cinmātratayā saṃlakṣya. Properly having converted this vachyartha to lakshyartha. Cinmātratayā means, hey, after I do the lakshyartha, after I do the ajahal jahal lakshana, what is left? Cinmātrameva, chaitanyameva. Okay, Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam is what will be left. So that is the truth of any, not just myself, but truth of Ishvara also. Not just Ishvara, but the truth of the entire universe as I see it also. As I see it, that universe that I encounter, I am engaging with this world only. People, things, going, coming. So much is going on. So much travel is there, and war is going on, and we are praying also. Everything is happening, and every second of the day, something or the other is happening. That also, the truth of all that is also cinmatrameva. Cinmatram means chit matram. Chit matram means chaitanya matram. Matram means alone. There is only chaitanyam. Nothing else is left. Cinmātratayā saṃlakṣya means what? When you do the lakshyartha, what I will be left with is cinmatram. Chaitanyam eva. So ittam bhute tritiya for Sanskrit students. So cinmātratayā saṃlakṣya. Akhanda paricīyate. So the person arrives at, what is the stopping point of all these things? The stopping point is recognizing that it is all Chaitanyam. And Chaitanyam means you have to say Chit is equal to Sat, because Satyam Jnanam Anantam we saw earlier also. So that Chit, Jnanam is Chit, is same as Sat. Sat is existence. Existence. That existence which only this human mind can appreciate. That existence is me, which is same as saying Chaitanyam is me, which is same as saying Chaitanyam and existence are not two different entities. The consciousness has to be all existence. Existence before, existence now, existence later. Existence is the only thing, I can't even say thing, that cannot be negated. How to say thing? Upadhi, thing means upadhi, finite. Now how can I say finite word I can't use for Chaitanyam? So tricky it is, very tricky to talk. And the trickiness, if you understand, that's it, over. It's not difficult to follow. That is why yato vacho nivartante. Upanishad says very, very passionately, hey, that from which words just bounce back. Bounce back. So somebody will be thinking, Vedanta words come to me and they bounce back. That is what Shastram also is saying. So I'm okay, No, not that kind of bouncing back. It should not bounce like that. Hey, that Atma, there is nothing, no word that can categorically define Atma. That is what. Even though Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam is there also the Shastram is playing a game. We saw it. And Satyam, our idea of Satyam is product dependent Satyam, object dependent Satyam. How to remove that idea? Anantam Satyam. There also negation. Anantam. This nunge is coming. Nanj means what? That not anta. Anta I can understand. Ananta I can't understand. Because finite only the mind can grasp. Mind cannot grasp infinite. The word infinite itself has the word in. Means unfinite, non-finite. That is how it is. That is the meaning of yato vacho nivartante. All right. So, budhaiḥ akhanda paricīyate. All right. Chandrasekhara Bharati Mahaswami says, Vidvadbhihi anubhuyate. Fine, we have talked about it. Then he says, evaṃ mahāvākyaśatena kathyate. Evaṃ. If this is understood, then that same thing is said. Where is it said? Kathyate is told, is presented, is proclaimed. Kathyate. Where is it? Kathyate, where it is proclaimed? Mahāvākyaśatena. Mahāvākyaśatena. We can even do this. Before doing that, let's come to the next part. Brahmātmanoraikyamakhaṇḍabhāvaḥ. Now he is talking about that final conclusion. Okay, this is the aikyam. Paricīyate budhaiḥ. What is it that everybody understands? The wise people, what do they understand? Brahmātmanoraikyamakhaṇḍabhāvaḥ. The identity between Brahman and Atma. All along, everything was different from me. Everything is different from me. Because for me, Vyavakarika Satyam became Paramarthika Satyam. That is all the reality I know. Beyond that, I don't know any other reality. The wave did not know any other reality. It had all the friend waves were there, relative waves were there, children waves were there, parent waves are there. That's all it knew, and it was playing around. And it was suffering, it was happy, it was smiling, it was frustrated. Everything was going on. And that wave had to be told. This life will not end at all. How will it end? Please tell me. You are roaming around in the world of artha and kama. No, I am a very nice wave. I am a philanthropist. This and that you say. That's great. That only means you are extending your life. That doesn't mean you should stop helping others. Please help others, because we need a lot of punyam to get a circumstance, to get a situation that Bhagavan can give us. And Ishvara Anugrahadeva Pumsam Advaita Vasana. So that is critical. And so that differences is all I could see. But now the wave is told, hey, everything, you are water. The ocean, the Ishvara is also water only. Your friend is also water only. Your relatives also water. What about all your enemies out there? They are also water only. Like that, the wave has to be told. And so, that is that Akhandabhāvaḥ. Again, he's mentioning that word. Brahmātmanoho aikyam paricīyate. You have to connect. Or Brahmātmanoho aikyam kathyate. Now, second sentence, you can use the word kathyate as the verb. Kathyate. Because sadātmanoho paricīyate, we saw. Sadātmanoho akhanda paricīyate. We can put a full stop there. And the second sentence, Brahmātmanoho aikyam kathyate. Brahmātmanoho aikyam akhanda kathyate. Like that, you should put a full stop. By what? By what? That he's saying. Through what? Using, leveraging what? Well, leveraging mahāvākyaśatena. Hey, this is not some random statement. And it is not some people who are retired want to study this. Not like that. Retired people, if they all wanted to study, we will have a lot of retired people doing this. No, retired people have a lot of things to do. But here, mahāvākyaśatena, hundreds of mahāvākyas, he says. Hundreds. All right. So, we should at least start with the mahāvākyas we know, correct? Correct? Okay, what is the first Mahavakya?
Prajnanam.
Prajnanam Brahma. Only one person can give only one answer. Prajnanam Brahma. Okay, next question. Prajnanam Brahma is from... Wait. Prajnanam Brahma is from which Veda?
Rigveda.
Rigveda. And then Maheshji said, Aham Brahmasmi. Okay, if you have already answered, you can't answer. Okay, Prasadji, you can't take over. All right? All right. Okay. Second is Aham Brahmasmi. Next, which Veda is that Aham Brahmasmi from?
Yajurveda.
Okay, Yajurveda. It's a good guess. You know why it's a good guess? Because this order is there, Rig Veda, Yajurveda. We keep saying it all the time. So it's a good guess at least. You should at least guess like
Brihadaranyaka.
Tattvamasi.
Okay.
Brihadaranyaka Upanishad.
We're going very fast. Okay, that's fine. So second was Aham Brahmasmi from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad from the Yajurveda. Third one is Tattvamasi. And now another person can answer the question which Upanishad it is from.
Chandogya.
Chandogya.
Chandogya Upanishad is from, somebody else can say which Veda.
Samaveda.
Samaveda, and Vaidyaji also a Samavedi, so he knows it very well. And so Samaveda, and good. So we have covered 3 Vedas. 4th Veda is left. This is where some starting problem can be there. But now you can, one of you can tell us.
Brahma.
I am
Atma Brahma.
Shanti, keep quiet. You've already given some answers. Give a chance to somebody else. Okay. I am Atma Brahma, somebody said. Somebody said I am Atma Brahma. Good. Anything more we want to say about I am Atma Brahma?
Mandukya Upanishad.
Atharvana Veda.
Mandukya Upanishad, Atharvana Veda. All right. This is there. And there is a book. There's a book written, Grantha. It's called Mahāvākya Ratnavali. He has listed Mahavakyas from 108 Upanishads. Not 108 Mahavakyas. There are already 108 Upanishads. From that, you can only imagine how many Mahavakyas are there. This book is there. Really, I have a PDF of this book. And some of the Vakyas I have not heard at all. He's listing a lot. And I'm trying to find out anything I know and all. I had difficulty. But we already know. Another Mahavakya. And what would that be? Besides these 4.
So many we have come across. Saha eva Brahma, Saha Purushaha.
Saha eva Brahma, Saha Purusha. Where is it coming?
We saw in Mundaka and all, no?
Mundaka. Mundaka is there, correct. Now this current mantras we are studying is all Mahavakya. So we must...
say that Sa Yeshonima, that one also tells about you are
yes.
that.
Yes, Sa Yeshonima is where the Tattvamasi is there. The Tattvamasi is there in that sentence only. And so, what about Kshetrajñancha api mam viddhi sarva kshetreshu bharata? So there, Bhagavad Gita, right? So Bhagavad Gita, that's a Mahavakya that we were popularly reviewing. Kshetrajñancha api mam viddhi. Careful here. Mam viddhi. May you know me. Mam means me. Krishna is telling me. Viddhi, may you know. May you know myself to be who? Kshetrajñaha. Kshetrajñaha means Kshetram Janati ti Kshetrajñaha. The one who knows all these things that is out there. The one who knows this world. Who is the knower of the world? The Jiva is the knower of the world. Okay, that is called Kshetrajñaha. You add the word, the Nyaha to Kshetra, it becomes Kshetrajñaha. Like you add the word Nyaha to Ghata, it becomes Ghatajñaha. I am the knower of a pot. So like that. So Kshetrajñaha. So they are equating Jiva and Ishvara. Mam is Ishvara and Kshetrajña is Jivaha. Jiveshvara Ikyam. Like that we have some statements. Then Sayaschayam Purushe, those who are studying Taittiriya Upanishad. Sayaschayam Purushe, Saha Yaha Cha Ayam Purushe. Hey, that Saha Ishvaraha. Hey, Purushe. Purushe means Jive. Asti Eva. So, Sayaschayam Purushe, Yascha Savaditye, Sayekaha, Sayekaha. There's only one. Ekaha. Akhaṇḍabhāvaḥ here, there Ekaha in Taittiriya Upanishad. Okay, I think I wrote the number somewhere here. Yeah, 2.8.5 Taittiriya Upanishad. Okay, then this Tattvamasi we saw in Kaivalya Upanishad.
Mayyeva sakalam jatam.
Mayyeva sakalam jatam is there in Kaivalya Upanishad. What is that Vakya? Mayyeva sakalam jatam, Mayi sarvam pratishtitam, Mayi sarvam layam yati. So he's saying, I am the Srishtikarta. Who is saying? The student, after listening to this Tattvamasi. In Kaivalya Upanishad, the teacher, who is the teacher? Prajapati, is telling him, Tattvameva tvameva tat. Remember the statement in Kaivalya? We saw that. Tattvameva tvameva tat. Hey, you are that, that is you. Like that he had said, teacher had said. And then the student, who is the student in Kaivalya?
Ashvalayana.
Ashvalayana, athashvalayana, Bhagavantam parameshtinam, upasametya, like that we saw. That is the first line. Okay, good. Ashvalayana. Ashvalayana says, Mayyeva sakalam jatam. Because that is Mayi. So now he is responding to that statement. Yes, I got it. Mayyeva sakalam. In me alone, everything is born. Means now, Brahman tasmadva etasmad atmanaha akasha sambhutaha. A Shastram says, from Atma only everything has come about. Same thing. Here he says, Mayyeva sakalam jatam. Everything has come from me, originated from me. Yeah, because I am the one that existed before. I exist now. I will exist in the future also. Not as Jiva. As Atma, I am there. Okay. And so, then Mayyeva sakalam jatam. Mayi sarvam pratishtitam. Matstani sarva bhutani. Mayi sarvam pratishtitam. Everything is in me only. I sustain. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam sustains everything. Then, Mayi Sarvam Layam Yati. Gone. Gone means what is gone? Hey, science has said nothing can go. Yes or no? Law of conservation of mass, law of conservation of energy. Then what is gone? Nothing can go. Science will agree with us. That's why science can only do namaskar to us. Correct? Us means Shastram. Because we agree with everything they say. And we pull them, we stretch their imagination a little bit. So, law of conservation of mass is there and energy is there. Nothing is lost. Things are just getting interchanged. That's all. This dance is going on. Shiva Tandamam is going on. And so, Mayi Sarvam Layam Yati. In me alone, everything is resolved for the time being. That time being is called one Srishti, one cycle is over. And quietly everything is unmanifest, seed form. Then again, Mayi Sarvam, Mayyeva Sakalam Jatam. Again, multiple cycles. Scientists have believed that this creation is only one instance. There was another creation before this creation. Suppose that announcement you see in the newspaper. You can read it. You should read it. And in Bhagavad Gita, we study it all the time. And so scientists believe. Good. That is a way of exploring, using the instruments you have to explore. And but that's the idea here. Somebody said something.
Guruji, Swami Paramatmananda ji always says that na bhumi rapo. I only know these two words. Some sloka beginning with na bhumi rapo, but the meaning is I have no, I'm no attributes. No bhumi rapo is earth. I try to recall like Prithvi.
Yeah, we will
No.
see it in the satsang. We will, we'll pull it out. Okay, right offhand, I can't recall. It is there. The na bhumi is there somewhere. Correct. It doesn't come in Nirvana Shatkam. I don't think so. So we'll see it. Okay.
Na bhumi rapo. Bhagavad Gita. No, it goes like
ಇಲ್ಲ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ ಭೂಮಿ ರಾಪೋ ನಲೋ ವಾಯು ಕಂ ಮನೋ ಬುದ್ಧಿರೇವಚ, that is different. Prakriti Rashtada, but she's talking about something else. Okay, na bhumi. So, all right, we'll come back. All right. So, okay, there we go. So, we got the answer also. All right. So that is it here. I think we've covered the shloka here, and brahmātmanoraikyamakhaṇḍabhāvaḥ. Good. So he's reminding us the use of jahal ajahal lakshanam, and technical. It's of course, if you didn't know ajahal lakshanam, doesn't mean you won't understand the mahavakyam, but technically this is what it is. Okay, somebody says, how can you equate two entities which are totally different? Then that is answer. We do it all the time. All right, now we are going to translate these two shlokas. Which two shlokas? 79 and 80. Just as in the sentence, within quotation, this is that Devadatta. This is that Devadatta. So, Pujya Swamiji's translation. Just as in the sentence, this is that Devadatta, the oneness is stated. The oneness is stated.
Inverted commas after Devadatta?
Correct. That alone is in quotes. Correct. The oneness is stated, giving up the contradictory parts comma, so too in the sentence, you are that. So too in the sentence, you are that, in quotation, comma, giving up the contradictory parts in both the words, giving up the contradictory parts in both the words, and keeping in view.
And both the sentences, Guruji? The sentences?
Giving up the contradictory parts in both the words. Both the words. Tat and Tvam, we are only talking about Tat and Tvam. And keeping in view the oneness. And keeping in view the oneness. In the form of consciousness alone. You can put a comma there. Consciousness alone. The undividedness of Brahman and Jiva. Brahman and Jiva is understood by Vivekis. Full stop. Is understood by Vivekis. Full stop, right? In this manner, comma, the undivided oneness of Brahman and Jiva is revealed by hundreds of mahāvākyas. Is revealed by hundreds of mahāvākyas. So we're going to read this now. It's a translation of both shlokas 79 and 80. Just as in the sentence, this is that Devadatta, the oneness is stated giving up the contradictory parts, so too in the sentence, you are that, giving up the contradictory parts in both the words and keeping in view the oneness in the form of consciousness alone. The undividedness of Brahman and Jiva is understood by Vivekis. Next sentence. In this manner, the undivided oneness of Brahman and Jiva is revealed by hundreds of mahāvākyas. Got it? So one more Mahavakya is there, which we are going to study in Mundaka Upanishad. And that is Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. You can write that down. Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati, which is number 329. 3.2.9, which says that Bhavati becomes, okay? And who becomes? Brahmavit. Brahmavit becomes. Brahmavit. Brahmajnani. Brahmajnaha. Brahmavit. One who knows Brahma is Brahmavit. Brahmavit becomes. Brahmavit becomes what? Brahmaiva bhavati. Brahmaiva. Knower of Brahma becomes Brahma. How did he become Brahma? He was Atma, then Atma became Brahma, like milk became yogurt, correct? No, it's not like that. Atma didn't transform into Brahman. Hey, Atma was Brahman before. Atma is Brahman now. Atma will be Brahman later also. Then what is the meaning of Brahmavit? Brahmaiva bhavati. Hey, it means Brahmavit has come to know that I am no different than Brahma. And all along I've been Brahma only. And now I know it. And therefore, all along I took this Jiva to be Anityam. Yeah, Jiva is Anityam, but I am not Jiva, really speaking. I am Brahma, which is Nityam. That is what can release a person from samsara. That is the meaning of Brahmavit, Brahmaiva Bhavati. Then this Kaivalya mantra, Tattvameva Tvameva Tat, is 1.16 Kaivalya Upanishad, 16th mantra of the Upanishad. All right, let's chant the next shloka.
Tattvameva
Tvameva tat, Tattvameva Tvameva tat. Like that, Brahmaji had taught. All right, next shloka, which is 81. Mritkaryam sakalam ghatadi.
मृत्कार्यं सकलं घटादि
Satatam mrunmatrameva bhitaha.
सततं ऋन्मात्रमेवाभितः
तद्वत् सज्जनितम्
तद्वद् सज्जनितं
सदात्मकम्
सदात्मकम्
इदं सन्मात्रमेवाखिलम्
इदं सन्मात्रमेवाखिलम्
यस्मान्नास्ति
यस्मान्नास्ति
सतः परं किमपि
सतः परं किमपि
तत्सत्यम्
तत्सत्यं
स आत्मा स्वयम्
स आत्मा स्वयं
तस्मात् तत्त्वमसि
तस्मात् तत्त्वमसि
प्रशान्तममलम्
प्रशान्तममलं
ब्रह्माद्वयं यत्परम्.
ब्रह्माद्वयं यत्परम्. धन्यवादः.
Yeah, maybe we can chant once again and pause.
Yes.
There's not much time to start this.
Sure.
मृत्कार्यं सकलं घटादि
मृत्कार्यं सकलं घटादि
सततं मृन्मात्रमेवाभितः
सततं मात्रम् एवाभितः
तद्वत् सज्जनितं सदात्मकम्
तद्वत् सज्जनितं सदात्मकम्
इदं सन्मात्रमेवाखिलम्
इदं सन्मात्रमेवाखिलम्
यस्मान्नास्ति सतः परं किमपि
यस्मान्नास्ति सतः परं किमपि
तत्सत्यं स आत्मा स्वयम्
तत्सत्यं स आत्मा स्वयं
तस्मात् तत्त्वमसि प्रशान्तम्
तस्मात् त्वमसि प्रशान्तम्
अमलं ब्रह्माद्वयं यत्परम्
अमलं ब्रह्माद्वयं यत्परम्.
Very good. Chanted very well.
धन्यवाद.
Here, Tattvamasi also comes in this.
ॐ आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ